All right, guys, we'll open up with questions for Max Edwards and Darren Buchanan. Who wants to lead us off? Dave, you want to go?
Yeah. I mean, rough stretch recently. Moving forward, like, what's the mindset?
Well, I mean, I think this is 5 now. I think we had enough talks with the team. I think we just need to do better as a team. I think we showed everybody what we're capable of, and we just dug ourselves in the hole, and we just got to find a way to get out of it.
I kind of want to talk about the three-point shooting. Offense in general, but three-point shooting was something that stuck out to me tonight. You guys looked great, kind of shooting three-pointers earlier in the year, and you've hit this rough stretch. So, kind of what do you chalk that up to, whether it's offensively in general or just three-point shooting?
We work on those shots every day, and right now the ball's not going in. We can't control if the ball going or not. We just got to keep shooting the good ones. And, if they don't fall, we just got to keep defending on the other end and not let it affect the rest of the game.
Marcus.
Mindset of not allowing losses like this to snowball. Just in the locker room, as players, how do you put this kind of in the trash and move forward and understand it's kind of a one game at a time type of deal?
I think we all had tougher battles in life than losing 5 games in a row now. So I think we all got the right mindset. We all want to win, so we just gotta put all our pride to the side and just lock in as a team and finish these last few games out the right way. So
Coming out of halftime, what do you guys think Rhode Island did to change the game?
We just got to put it together 2 good halves. We haven't done that in a while. Credit to Rhode Island, they play good, but I think we just get down on ourselves too easy, and, it's something we got to change and will change soon. But I don't know, they was the harder team in the second half.
Any other questions for student athletes? All right, guys, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. All right, we'll take it over to statement from coach and then open up for questions.
I want to credit Rhode Island. It was men against boys in the second half. Put the ball in the paint over and over again. It's a little bit of a theme now for us that we played pretty well in the first half, I thought, actually, very well. And we have these stretches, kind of played the score and not the game, and usually bad things happen when that happens. But honestly, you can't stop people from putting the ball 2 feet from the rim. There's really not much else. We're not shooting the ball obviously very well at all. After shooting 48% from 3 in the first 4 games when we're 3-1, now we're shooting 20% in the next 5 or something like that. I'm sure that was what the numbers would say, but really that was more about them putting the ball 2 feet from the rim and just scoring on us. So credit to them. I'm sure that was their game plan. We kind of thought that would be their game plan. They executed it.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about the offense. It's like you guys kind of just fallen off a cliff a little bit. I know you were missing Garrett today, so that attributed to some of that. But is there any? What do you think has happened, and is there any adjustments that you're thinking?
Yeah, no. We made some adjustments coming into the game, and we have some limitations like all teams offensively, but we also, I think, have tried to put and make it easier on James in spots. Obviously, June is a guy who's been very, very solid. We got a better game from Max today. But I do think, like, hey, there's some level of, like, hey, you hope water would find its level in terms of our shooting. There are ways to sort of, if you get Stretch out, he's got some limitations offensively. You get him out and you play a little bit smaller. There are some things you can do. It all winds up coming back to June often and James, because I think those guys, in the middle of the floor, like when you think about our good wins, those guys together are a tough combination. So we try to put those guys in enough of those spots with shooting around them or stretching along the baseline. But there's, everything's on the table to, sort of tinker with. But again, tonight it was more about the ball being in the paint against us than I think it was the offense. Although I think when people are scoring on you like that, there's a little pressure that gets put on you offensively to say, like, oh man, I gotta go do something here because we're getting scored on. We were great in transition the first half because we got some stops.
Hey, just to ask, there have been a few games where the game's completely flipped from the first half to the second half.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering from your viewpoint, what happens?
Yeah, I wish I knew. I would try to stop it. We've had these stretches of good basketball up at UMass. Good first half. Good game plan first half. Here today, up 12, feeling like we were playing very well. At Richmond, playing very well. Even Dayton, close enough game in the first half, first 18 minutes or so. It was a nice defensive effort by us. But we've had stretches, and some of that can be attributed to being a little bit younger, for sure. When you put some younger guys on the court, but certainly we got to, we have to understand that. But we can be better. We have to be better going forward in those spots.
Archie mentioned that in the second half, he went away from two bigs, went smaller and switched, and thought that had them play better defensively in the second half. Did you notice that, and did you think that bothered you?
Yeah, I thought some of their matchups bothered us. The switching was probably good. There's times when I think James can attack some switches and make you pay for switching guys onto him, but I don't think that was the case tonight. But I'm going to have to watch to see exactly what happened in that spot offensively.
And you did mention the three-point shooting and earlier and what has changed in the dip. But do you, as a coach, do you like the three-pointers they're taking? Is it simply it's not going in?
I certainly think at UMass, yes, in the first half. That was sort of the beginning of this. Again, I would have to watch some. I certainly think there are ones that I like, and there's going to be ones that I don't like. I don't know at what ratio that is. I'm not totally sure, but certainly there's ones where you feel like they're pretty good shots. Couple in transition, but again, it's going to be hard for us. We don't have a low post presence. June can score in there. He's a driver, right? You put shooting around him. If we can't make shots at this rate, with the makeup of our offense, it's going to be difficult to put a lot of pressure on us defensively.
I'm just curious what the message was to the team post game. Obviously, had this week off coming into this.
Yeah, I thought we had great practices. I thought we had good spirit. I thought we came out with good spirit. No, the message is like, look, when you're going through hell, keep going. There's nothing you can do, and most people don't care that you're going through something. They have their own lives, and there's some percentage of people that are happy that you're going through stuff. So there's nothing you can do other than come back to work to get better, keep fighting, all those things. It tests you. It's real, so it tests your competitive stamina. Like, how long do I want to do this without getting a better result? How often do I, how long can I adhere to the messaging and believe versus, kind of like feeling woe is me and all that. And I think it's even more pronounced with a team that again, started 14-3 and was playing, probably their best basketball at that point, and so now that quick reversal of fortune for them, I'm sure it's hard. I'm sure it's hard on everybody, but there's really nothing you can do but just keep plugging away.
Yeah, Rhode Island with 26 points off turnovers, another big game where GW's have a lot of turnovers. Can you just talk about, what the mindset is as to, limiting turnovers and getting stops?
Yeah. I think there's a certain number of those that were dead ball turnovers. I don't think we turned it over too much. In the first half, I think it was only like 5. Maybe late in the game when we're like, we got to steal and stretch traveled. And there's some of those plays. I don't know that they got too many, open live ball ones. It's funny, we were shooting the ball very well, and we were losing the possession game when we were winning, right? Like, we were turning it over too much. We weren't getting enough offensive rebounds. We were giving up offensive rebounds. We have completely flipped that. We've done a decent job, not tonight on the glass, but statistically, we've taken care of the ball a little bit better. We've actually gotten some offensive rebounds, and we've limited our defensive rebound issues. We just stopped shooting the ball well. So we're losing that battle now.
Yeah, I'm just curious, in terms of like fans coming out and watching, students who want to believe in the team, what's seeing this rough stretch? What's your message to the fans?
Oh, I think the message is, it's one, stay with us. We're a young group. We've provided some good moments thus far, this season, and I think there'll be more where that has come from. And certainly, part of being here and creating a great environment is, you're trying to help us, get over the hump in those moments. I would also say, hey, this is a fun place. I mean, it's a fun environment, whether, we win at the buzzer or lose at the buzzer or, get into a rough stretch in the second half, whatever with this young crew, shouldn't take away from creating a great environment in the Smith Center. But they help us. They're tremendous enthusiasm. Even tonight, down the stretch when the game was a little bit out of hand, I thought they had great, spirit and, we'll get there. We're just starting. I mean, we're really still building this thing, so I'm disappointed in our play the last 2 weeks. Kind of came out of nowhere. But, we can quickly turn it as quickly as it went south.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, everybody.
Good, thanks.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate
Yep,
it.
thank you.